Hello, Kansas City. I'm Mr. Smiley. Got another episode of KC Anthem, and I'm happy to have Trip the Clown on the show today. What's up, man?
What's going on, everybody? Trip the motherfucking Clown, representing Independence, Missouri.
Yeah, I was actually going to put that in there myself, the motherfucking in there. It seems like it just rolls off the tongue. Like it'd be a
Motherfucking
natural...
Trip the motherfucking Clown.
That's right. Okay. Well, what's up with the name, dude? It's an interesting name. You're a concept rapper, I believe. Would you consider yourself that?
Concept rapper. I consider myself a horrorcore artist. I like to touch on the darker side of life, sometimes on the realer side of life, the inner pain.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm kind of a horrorcore artist. Then again, sometimes I'm more hip-hop. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling.
All right. That's interesting. So that is a release for you, some sort of emotional release?
Yeah.
Stuff?
Yeah, it kind of started out when I started rapping, started out as a freestyle thing, something that was really fun for me and people at school. And then eventually I figured out how to harness it and show everyone my pain and still deal with it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple songs that are really near and dear to me, and then some that, just are on a feel-good mood, some that are on, a hustling mood. Just depends on what I'm doing at that time.
Okay. So the songs could be in a range of topics, but it always comes back to the horrorcore thing. I mean, are you a character when you're doing the rapping?
Yeah, see, it's an alter ego. That's what I was going to say. With Trip the Clown, it started out back when I was a teenager. I used to do a lot of hallucinating drugs.
Yeah.
Ecstasy, acid, those were my thing. So everyone said, man, you trip a lot. We're going to call you Trip.
Oh, yeah.
So I had this alter ego. I take, my little medicine, whatever I wanted. And I had this hat. It was a jester hat with bells. And I used to like to trip with it on because you could hear the bells and see the bells, see the sound. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
So I started wearing this hat, and, just came Trip the Clown.
Wow, so you became that character before, but you were rapping already, you said, right? So
right,
you've been a
but I
rapper
kind of
for a long
merged them.
time.
After a while, they kind of became one person.
Right.
One of my multiple personalities.
That's interesting. Okay, and how far back does that go then? We're talking high school, you
Oh,
said?
man, I was probably about 14 or 15. When I first started rapping with my homie Trayvon Yola, a lot of people think he's my hype man, but he's really the guy who got me into the game, got me the confidence to start rapping and recording.
Okay, and that's a long time ago. How old are you now?
25. So okay. I've been doing about 10 years.
Rapping about 10 years. Very interesting. And you said you do the freestyle stuff. Is that something that you did maybe like in battles with other people at school or no?
Sometimes we did. A lot of it was a ritual that started actually with my football team. We used to go. We was undefeated. Oh shit! Yeah. My clip came off.
Lapel.
Yeah, my lapel clip.
Yes.
So, anyways, we were undefeated, and we like to celebrate at the end of each game. Started out with the chant. We came, we saw, we conquered, and then we all just started freestyling because we felt so good. So we talk about how we just murdered the other team. Treated them like bitches. And our coaches were cool with this because we were very confident and cocky, but we were really good.
Huh.
So that's where my freestyling started. That and like shop class, beating on the tables with no concept, just saying silly stuff to make people laugh. And then eventually it got deeper as I matured.
What school did you go to? Where was that happening?
William Chrisman High.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there probably was a lot of rappers. Actually, I think, Chris, didn't you go there? Oh, yeah. William Chrisman. It's in Independence.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there was a big rap sort of scene there. And then on the football team even. I mean, that's unique.
Well, I mean, a lot of us dudes that was into the rap that also played football, we like to party. And that's just kind of how it came. Drugs, music, partying, it all comes together. And it kind of spilled over into the football, venue.
That sounds unique. That sounds cool. Well, let's check out a song here. I've got your Reverb Nation pulled up. It's reverbnation.com/Trip the Clown. That's TripThaKlown. Yes, that is what it is.
That is correct.
And let's play Here Comes the Clown on here. Everybody go there and check it out. You got the Facebook too, right?
Yeah.
The Facebook. You can find this man everywhere. I'll post some links.
I'm everywhere on the internet.
cause here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Watch out world, here I'm coming. Turning nothing into something. Make way, cause here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Here comes the clown, and you know I be doing it. Off tops, I gotta stay true to it. So I spit a little bit. Every fucking time I'm lit, yep, I be doing it. I get it in from my city, yep, I rep the mo. Every time I'm on the stage, I bet I rock the show. You ain't no boy, I'm unstoppable. You need to get it how you live, or I'ma slit your throat. Something, make way, cause here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Watch out world, here I'm coming. Turning nothing into something. Make way, cause here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. I'm the clown and I'm back for round 2. I'm a murderer and I will kill you. I got big guns and I'm ready to blast. I'm looking down my scope and all I see is cash. I gotta have that guap, I gotta get that knot. I need a fat sack of the hydroponic crops. I gotta get that paper off in these streets, or people become some bloody meat. Watch out world, cause here I'm coming. Turning nothing into something. Make way, cause here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Watch out world, here I'm coming. Turning nothing into something. Make way, cause here comes the clown. Here comes the clown. Here comes the clown.
Badass. The audio sounds really good. Where'd you record that at?
That was actually a buddy of mine named Austin Rookstool. He records a lot of local metal groups. He had a little mobile studio. Came to my house. Collaboration. The female on that track was Abigail Jones. She has a Facebook page. She's very, very talented. Very. She sounds like Alison Krauss, like a god from heaven. I love that girl's voice.
And so this is a girl that recorded this.
No, Austin's a dude, but the female who did the vocals is Abigail Jones.
Yeah, no, that is really good vocals. I definitely like that. It adds a lot of epicness to it.
Kind of the creepy chamber music kind of style.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting, and the recording is good. Like I said, do you have a CD?
Right now, I'm in the works of putting together a CD. It's been in the works for a long time because I've been in and out of jail. You know how it is. It's called Murder Music. I've got approximately 10 tracks ready to go on it. I want to make it an album that has 20 to 25 tracks that people are actually going to want to spend their money on, you know, and get their money's worth. Instead of getting these tracks, the CDs that are 8 to 10, 12 tracks for $10 where they're not getting their money's worth. I want everyone to be satisfied.
So where can we get that at?
Right now, I'm putting it together. It's in the works. It'll be available on Kanaki. I'll have links up on my Reverb, my Facebook. Okay. I'm pretty good with the update my social network, so if you type in Trip Tha Klown in a search bar, you're going to find me all over the place.
Right on, man. Yeah, I did see there's quite a few things on there. You've been doing this for a while. I've seen the MySpace, so that means you've probably been doing it for a few years.
Yeah.
For sure. And what shows do you got coming up? I saw you personally at the, what was that, benefit for...
that would have been the Toys for Tots at Jerry's Bait Shop. PCP presented that one.
That was cool. Yeah, I was there. Yeah. I've actually got some footage of you rapping that I have not got around to like putting together and releasing. But someday that will happen.
Kick ass. And, we need all that footage.
It turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I love doing those shows.
Got to meet a lot of different interesting people. And I am trying to get more into rap with promoting it around here. I think Kansas City is really lacking in the rap promotions for some reason. There's a lot of rappers, but I don't see them getting like good shows put together.
I think the problem is the majority of the artists aren't finding their target, and I with what PCP's doing right now, Tony Franks, Wasteland Warriors, Mental Breakdown, is they're creating a spot for the audience to come to them rather than going to the audiences. Like, they are putting together shows at the same venue every month. So when it catches on, that fan base is going to be going there. And they're really doing some good things over there. I just think the problem is the local people in general don't believe in the horrorcore movement, you know, the white rappers, when we really do have something valid to put into the game. We've got something to present, put on the table, and that's our spot in music, and we're going to take it eventually.
Well, I mean, it seems like it's happening whether people like it or not. So,
right.
I mean, you guys are trying to get your music out there, and you have a message. So, I support it, man. I like it. It's different. Would you consider yourself to be a juggalo?
Yeah, I'm a juggalo, but I like to stay away from being a juggalo rapper. And it's hard with having the name Trip Tha Klown.
Yeah.
And it's not actually in a direct tie with ICP or being a juggalo or anything like that. But I get grouped in with juggalo rappers who are, you know, notorious for being horrible lyricists. Yeah. You know, just kind of getting on the mic and just talking loud and being obnoxious in your face, which is good. But you've got to have some content behind it as well.
Right.
You got to have a message. You got to have a package. You got to be, in essence, real instead of just this manufactured copycat thing that, you know, that a lot of rappers are doing these days.
It seems there's a pretty big juggalo movement around here too, and their fans are real passionate, so that can be a good thing.
Most definitely.
But I do know what you mean. It'd be easy for people to think that you were just trying to do that with your name, but you were saying that that's come about years ago, back in high school, even
right.
Just from the fact that you used to trip a lot and wear a clown hat, which is cool. I like that.
Tripping in a clown hat, man. The bells are amazing when you're tripping, believe it.
That sounds kind of scary, dude. I don't know if I can handle that. That sounds like that would freak me out. So anyway, you brought in a track for me.
Yes.
We should talk about that. All right, and to set that up, I had Food a Gutter Boy on, which I'm a big fan of him. He's out of Sedalia, and we talked a little bit about diss tracks and stuff, and that got brought up, you know, because things can get pretty serious. I don't think that, hopefully this isn't going in that direction to where it would be like some sort of violence could happen, but you do have a diss track that you brought in. So.
Yeah, it's actually the first diss track I've ever attempted to do. It's normally not something that I do, but the story behind it is I was putting together a song for a mixtape called It Don't Stop. And I've shot it to a couple different artists. I've got some good verses on it, some that weren't so good. I'm basically just trying to find someone who has that verse for that song that really sets it off. So I sent it over to my buddy Hyper Sniper. And he is battle rap king in the Kansas City area. The dude is just grimy, talks bad to people, and he's good at what he does. So one day I'm sitting in my studio, smoking some weed, trying to mix down my song, but he ain't sent it back yet. Been a couple months, I'm waiting. So I decided, you know, in the spirit of what he does, I'm going to send him a diss track telling him I'm tired of waiting. Get in the studio, record my song, and send the shit back to me. Let's make it happen.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So this is kind of like a little bit, just kind of a little jab at a friend.
Right, and
basically.
you know, and he's my homie. It's all in the good, fun spirit of, you know, diss track. But I guarantee this, he's going to say some salty-ass shit on a diss track back. But we both agreed not to get butthurt over the whole situation.
Okay. Well, here it is. We're going to listen to it. It's called To Tell the Truth. Hyper Sniper diss.
Yeah. Hyper Sniper.
What a
faggot.
Fucking joke.
Yeah. You say I'm jealous. You say I'm hating. To tell the truth, I'm tired of waiting. How long does it take you to spit a verse? By the time you're done, I'll be in a hearse, sniping them down with a murderous sound. I'm the real boss, it's Trip Tha Klown. I've been in this game for 10 years strong. Homie, I'm just saying, you're taking too long. Get on your grind and send me my song, so I can mix it down and get the fuck on. Maybe it's because you're scared of me, and you can't flow compared to me. You can't compete on the beat. I work that bitch like a motherfucking freak, and when I speak, everybody listens. You's a geek, so stop pretending. Did I mention Piranha Gang? You're just a bitch who likes to nut hang. Hell yeah, I care about lyrical content. I'm still waiting, don't send me no bullshit. Trip Tha Klown, I'm always in beast mode. You morbidly obese with fat rolls, and I bet you never get laid. off on your Facebook page and nobody watches Suspicious TV. I'll bet you log in and unfriend me. And by the way, I ain't hating. To tell the truth, I'm just tired of waiting. You say I'm jealous, you say I'm hating. To tell the truth, I'm tired of waiting. How long does it take you to spit a verse? By the time you're done, I'll be in a hearse. You say I'm jealous, you say I'm hating. To tell the truth, I'm tired of waiting. How long does it take you to spit a verse? By the time you're done, I'll be in a hearse. Without JREZ, you ain't shit. I bet you're behind closed doors sucking his dick, and everyone knows that you're his bitch. True story, that's as real as it gets. And on this diss track, I know you gon' diss back. My girl says she gon' bitch slap your punk ass. You get treated like a redheaded stepchild. Lock you in my basement for more than a little while. I'm kinda hostile, can you feel it, man? You play me to the left, now I'm coming for you, fam. Motherfucker, you know I ain't hating. To tell the truth, I'm just tired of waiting. You say I'm jealous, you say I'm hating. To tell the truth, I'm tired of waiting. How long does it take you to spit a verse? By the time you're done, I'll be in a hearse. You say I'm jealous, you say I'm hating. To tell the truth, I'm tired of waiting. How long does it take you to spit a verse? By the time you're done, I'll be in a hearse.
All right, so
Voila.
that was the premiere of that too, right? So
world debut on the internet.
Debuted right here on internet TV.
KCAnthem.com. Check it out.
Which every once in a while people like to think that this is a radio show, and that always upsets me because this is a TV video-oriented show.
Internet
so
TV.
If you're watching out there, internet TV, radio is beneath me. No, I'm just kidding.
Shitting on.
I'm doing radio on Slam Radio right now too,
right.
And so I support that. Obviously, I'm part of it.
But we're shitting on the mainstream, though. Believe that.
Exactly. Well, I've got my own diss track out there. I don't know if you've heard it, where it's called Dead Radio, and it's about fucking how these radio stations around here are horrible, and they don't really support local music.
They're just on the payroll of every major record label out there. That's all it is.
Well, there's nothing local about it, and that's my problem. And I think radio as a broadcast over the air is dead, and that eventually, through time, the internet will get its way into that as well, and people will have more computers in their vehicles and won't need to listen to 98.9 The Rock because they can actually listen to something that doesn't play commercials as much and actually does play a mixture of things instead of
Yeah, they're gonna have live streaming internet. Just like Slam Radio, you'll be able to listen to in your car.
Exactly. And, Slam Radio is going good. Metal Massacre is a new show I started on there, which you said that you're a fan of metal.
Yes, sir.
That's interesting. So you're diverse in your likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and
I was
me
going to say,
about
man, I grew up listening to, Pantera, Metallica, AC/DC. My mom was a metalhead, Guns N' Roses, so there is definitely that influence in my music, and I'm a performer. I like to perform. If anyone's ever seen me live, they know I'm better live than I am on a CD. But I'm really good on a CD, though, so you ought to buy it. That's all I'm saying. But I'm a performer, and the heavy metal, the thrash, metal chords, power chords in my music help get that across and let me get out that aggression. I get on stage, I jump around. You've seen me live. I like to be that alter ego when I'm on stage, and I want to perform to a level where people are satisfied that they came and saw me, not going out and smoking a cigarette saying, look at that chump, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette break.
Right. Yeah, man, it's cool, dude, and I'm gonna have to come see you again. When's your next show?
I actually have one booked right now in Warsaw for the Party in the Woods. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to that show.
Warsaw in the Woods. That sounds kind of scary.
Well, it's supposed to be pretty fun. My boy Bill Camarillo, he's promoting that show. There's a lot of acts involved. Creepy Face, Wasteland Warriors, Men of Breakdown.
Oh, cool.
It's going to be fun. It's a little far away from home base. I'm hoping I'll be able to make it. I'm working out my schedule with Mental Breakdown's tour schedule. So that way, hopefully they can just pick me up and we can go right down there and play the show. So that's my next show. Other than that, I'm just working on projects like Clown TV is going to be up and coming in the next year or so.
Clown TV.
Clown TV. It's going to be nothing but hand-rolled record stuff. And the people that we work with, we've got a real tight network of local artists we work with on the hip-hop side. And on the horrorcore side as well.
So are you gonna? It's a YouTube based thing, or
It's going to be YouTube based when I get the channel up and going. So
are you gonna do anything live? Thinking about
not going to do anything live. I'm
Okay.
just going to record. It's going to be monthly episodes. Basically just updates on what's going on, new music. We're going to throw some music videos in there. Start really working on music videos in the next couple years. And I've been doing this for a long time, playing shows since 2008. And I'm at a point where I know that I've got enough talent to where all I've got to do is get exposure. So I'm going to try every venue I can, YouTube, and I'm really good with all media, graphic designs. I do all my own artwork on my label, everything.
Yeah, your artwork's pretty cool on this this picture that you have on your Reverb Nation. Let me pull this up here.
Yeah, it's going to be the cover to the new CD, Murder Music.
Yeah, that's pretty tight, man. Did you put that together?
Yeah, I put that together. That's photography that my sister did. She professionally does photography on the side. We're not going to be working with her anymore, so we are looking for a photographer. So if you guys are photographers, hit me up.
You never know.
Facebook /clownorDie.com.
That reminds me, I want to thank the beautiful Dee from Intune Productions for helping out.
Most def.
She's got some video stuff going on, so once new stuff gets released, you better believe I'll be posting it, letting everybody know. I've been working on the Tards. I'm trying to get the Tards video done from their final show, December 30th. There's another Meat Shank song to be released.
Meat Shank.
The last thing we did here on the show was a band called 37 came and performed live in the living room. And if anybody out there is interested in that, it's $150 for a full set and professional audio and video recording. So hit me up for that stuff. There's more songs to come from 37. This is the first interview that I've done in, I guess, a month or something like that, and I don't have anything else scheduled, so now's a good time to hit me up, bands, if you want to get on the schedule in about a couple weeks from now, as I'm finishing up school, so I'm not booking anything for the next couple weeks. But then after that, summer break, and I'll be hitting it hard with all kinds of interviews.
There you go.
And hopefully some big things happen around here, man. I want to see more rap shows. I mean, what's wrong with the promoters around here? Who's the big promoters that are helping? I mean, we were talking about Psycho City, and that's cool. They're doing a good thing, but who else do we got?
Really on the Kansas side, there's a lot of promoters doing local stuff over there, and also doing big things, touring with names like Boondocks and Cousin Cletus. That's Ryman Dot Records. I don't know much about them at all. I really don't even associate with the Kansas side. But I do see that they are bringing out some people. Horoscope Records. My buddies over there, Freddie Grimes, at Angelo.com, got Kansas Prairie Killers, they're doing their thing. Ninjalo.com with the whole Cloud City thing, they do their thing. It's kind of just everyone does their own thing on a small level. If we could just get together and make a whole movement, it would work out better.
I mean, you guys really do need like a good promoter, I would say, because metal has got all kinds of promoters that are constantly doing things, and you see them updating. Tom Caprofoli, Stratgazer, Terry Taylor of Hunt. But the rap, I don't see that, and it does look like it'll be a one-shot deal. Like somebody will put together a show, but it's not as consistent. So I mean, somebody needs to get passionate about it and put together more shows, I think.
Yeah, it's a lot of it has to do, I think, with the economy, believe it or not. A lot of people want to go out to a show, buy a couple pitchers of beer, sit back, relax, have a good time, get up in front of stage and dance and do whatever. But it makes it hard to do that when you're putting together these shows where you want a big turnout and the ticket price is up because you have to pay these artists to come in and bring in this crowd. So right now locally, we're trying to figure out the predicament of getting all the fans there cost effectively and being available to our fan base easier. And once that happens, more fans will come, and then hopefully they'll get passionate enough to where we can really do things on a major scale.
All right, man. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed, and I'm paying attention to what's happening and hoping for the best. I mean, I want to see Kansas City in general go in a good, strong direction. There's no reason why it shouldn't be. Got a lot of talented people around here, a lot of people passionate about performing and being artists. So it's an interesting place to be, and it's a great time to be here, I would say. How about some of your influences, man? I mean, as a rapper?
Like I said, I got some heavy metal riffs in my music because I like to perform and I like to headbang and jump around and get in your face. So some influence definitely come from metal. As far as on the hip hop side, everything from Brother Lynch, to Snoop Dogg, even older stuff like Rick James.
Nice.
I like a little bit of everything.
I was just watching Chappelle's show season 2 this last week.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah, that's just funny. But okay, so even Rick James, huh? I was thinking about listening. I want to listen to that song "Mary Jane." It's been a while since I listened to that.
Yes, sir. Mary Jane, my best friend.
That's a good thing.
I'm loyal to you, baby.
My main thing.
That's my main thing too. A big theme of my music is my marijuana smoke.
Yeah, so you're probably for legalization of marijuana, right?
Most definitely.
Yes. Which I am as well, and I'm not afraid to admit that on the show.
Me neither.
Like, there's no reason why that should be illegal.
I know. I mean, you could smoke a joint, go to, eat up half the kitchen and go to sleep.
Yeah.
You drink a fifth.
You can go fucking drive and
you may go drive and kill a little kid. Think about that.
I mean, but yeah, so everything's all backwards, and I think we've all realized the hypocrisy in that, at a young age. But it is what it is. Hopefully, things are getting more lax, it seems like.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more accepted as the older generation dies out. They're the ones who don't want to see it legalized because they were told growing up that it's the gateway drug and all this nonsense.
Yeah, a lot of our economical problems would be solved, people.
I agree, man. I mean, even with that K2 stuff, when that was big around here, like there was a pretty good market going for that, and then they cracked down and get rid of that.
Yeah, I mean, those were people. I mean, people got to make a living some way these days. I've got a kid myself, a wife. I know what it's like, and if I'm in the market like that, there's going to be jobs available. Just legalize it.
Exactly. Well, and I mean, it won't be as expensive, so I don't know if it'll be as lucrative if it is legal as far as selling it. I mean, the reason it's just like cocaine and why it costs so much, I mean, is because it is illegal.
I mean, if you legalize it, you're going to put some of my homies out of business, but hey,
right.
It's going to make it easier for me to re-up. I just got to go to the liquor store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, a penny saved is a penny earned. I think Benjamin Franklin would be for legalization. I don't know. I feel like he would. He's the one who said that beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy. That's actually a quote from Benjamin Franklin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom from our presidents.
All right, so let's see here. I think we covered quite a few things. Wasteland Warriors and Mental Breakdown are a couple friends of yours and mine. And you saw their interview, which is on YouTube on here. Pretty crazy. I enjoyed hanging out with those guys. Shout out to them. And
yes, sir. Look out for the Trip Tha Klown feature on the next Mental Breakdown mixtape.
Okay.
It's going to be called Off to the Market. It's got Twisted Freak. It's got Mental Breakdown, and I think Wasteland Warriors is going to be on that one, too.
Weren't you in the video, the Mental Breakdown video?
Yeah, I did a cameo.
Here,
yeah, I did a cameo for Respect.
That was actually, it turned out really well. I like that video. So.
Yeah, Hyper Sniper actually shot the video, produced it, and and he was there in the video too.
Nice.
I really like that group of guys, man. They've been around for a long time, and they understand that it's about helping artists get their name out, and they're really cool to work with. Tony Franks got me my first show back in 2008, and I'm really loyal to PCP family. I may not be an official member, but they are my Ace Boone Coons.
Right on, man. I mean, I love Tony Franks. Definitely shout out to him. I think he definitely does his thing, man. He's passionate about being an artist and very respectable. So I hope that he continues, and I hope he puts together another Toys for Tots thing. Or something. You guys had recently a show on a Sunday not too long ago. Were you on that or?
I usually do play quite a bit of shows up there at Jerry's on Sundays. It's kind of hit or miss. Kind of just depends on what my schedule is. They do those charity shows at least once a year, and they're very passionate about that. And I think it's a good thing for all the local artists to get involved with, not just because it's good publicity for our kind of shunned on crowd. But it's also, you're doing a good thing, because I was that kid, man, who had to go to them pantries and get them toys. You know what I'm saying? I was that poor kid from the trailer park. And those kids deserve to have a good Christmas if their parents can't provide it to them.
Right. So it's a great thing. and since you have an actual real experience with that, it's good that you've come around and given back, and you remember the tough times. So.
I do donate toys every year we do that.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad. I mean, the rappers and stuff around here seem to be doing more benefits than even the metal people sometimes. So I'm glad to see that people making things happen, making a difference. I do want to say, let's see, KCAnthem.com was down for a little while there. You were posting links to it, and it was dead because I switched from Yahoo to GoDaddy. There you go, because it's cheaper.
There you go.
GoDaddy is my daddy for the hosting site. And KCAnthem.com, check it out. Check out Trip Tha Klown. We'll end up playing a final song to end with here after you say whatever you need to say to end this interview, man. It's a pleasure.
You want to play a music video?
Yes, we could do that as well. Which one would you like to play?
It's on my reverb. Just play Murder Ride.
Is that the one that's popped up right here? Okay.
Yeah, it's the first one. Go ahead and play a video. Setting this one up. This is my homie Trayvon Yola. Like I said, a lot of people think he's my hype man, but he really brought me into the game. He has a lot of talent. He'd be here with me today, but he has some legal issues.
Right on.
So he's not here right now with me. We're going to be making them free Trayvon Yola shirts and start wearing them to shows because you never know when he's in jail or when he's on house arrest or if he can come or what's going on.
Okay, man. All right, so we'll play this and then we'll come back and talk about it in the interview, dude. It's definitely good to have you on here, man.
Appreciate it. I shot and edited this video, by the way.
Nice.
Grotesque visions on a dark, cold night. Acid rain is falling, stripping bones from the ride. Bloody body feeding ever since I was teething. A killer brought to earth from the seed of demons. Betray the father, you get your throat slit or enslaved in my dungeon. Drinking your piss, I never fit in with the rest of society. I tried to get help through drugs and psychiatry, but now I'm on probation and I wanna get high. I feel like Rick James, burning a bitch with a crack pipe. Satanic, ritualistic, IMO, independence. Night of the living dead, meth dependence. Raise up like a pentagrams in my chest. Woke up with dead paramedics on the EMS. Wicked rhymes, 666 is the sign. Come along with us on a murder ride. I'm low riders, we for real. Trip and Trey, you know the deal. So throw your weapons up and wave them side to side. And come along with us on a murder ride. I'm from independence, misery. In other words, don't fuck with me. The underground is where I'll stay. Getting twisted in the studio, spitting rhymes with Trey. This is your worst dream, turn into reality. I systematically dissect your anatomy, crushing your bones within my death grip. And I won't release until you die, bitch. I flip this lyrical sick shit, so I guess I'm infected with the sickness. Or maybe I'm going insane, feeding for a carcass like a plug for some game. And it ain't no thing to let your brain hang. Human meat stew with a side of veins, a double-headed axe, and I'm ready to ride. Serial killers got killers on my side. I'm low riders, we for real. Trip and Trey, you know the deal. So throw your weapons up and wave them side to side. And come along with us on a murder ride.
All right, cool video, man. I definitely like the fact that you made that yourself. I do a little bit of video work myself, believe it or not.
Yeah. I like to do everything, my whole package. I like to do it all myself, my art, everything. Because that way, I know what's being put out there. I know how I'm being presented. And I'm the only one making profit off it.
Right. Well, I mean, it becomes your creation. And that was a cool video. I saw some cool effects you were doing in there, like with the camera, whatever, where it looks like he's high while he's smoking. Yeah. So it's cool. I had Sulfuric Acid on the show. That was the last rapper I had on. And he's got his own internet YouTube thing, which I think is really cool.
Shout out to Sulfuric Acid.
Definitely shout out to him, man. I got to see him and meet him at that Toys for Tots. So that was a good networking thing. I got to meet a lot of interesting people there. A lot of people that I don't usually meet out at the metal shows. Different environment. But yeah, everybody's real cool, doing their own thing. So I'm very supportive of all the artists I've met in Kansas City. Everybody is on the right path, just doing what they can. And everybody seems to have like real roots and real reasons to do this stuff. They're not just because the odds of making it out of Kansas City are pretty slim. So you really have to enjoy your craft and really feel passionate about it to keep doing it, I would say. So there's a lot of real motherfuckers around here. Let me put it that way.
I'll agree. I'll definitely
agree. A lot of real
agree.
motherfuckers.
That we're all just trying to get our piece of the pie and,
right.
hopefully get a couple seconds of airtime to somebody's ear, somebody to hear us.
Well, I say, if you're watching, first of all, we need a rap promoter around here. Somebody needs to stand up and fucking take the cape and put it on and become the superhero of fucking rap.
Or maybe we have a metal promoter start promoting rap.
It could happen. I mean, I know it happens a little bit. Stratgazer probably does a little stuff, but
I seen Jim Kilroy does some rap shows.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Shout out to Jim Kilroy.
Uh-oh. Well, that's your deal.
Yeah, just
not necessarily.
Just personally speaking, I'm not trying to bash him, but every show I've ever played of his sucked.
There you go. Now you're more on my level. All right. So guess what? Fucking tornadoes are hitting and shit right now. It's like TorCon fucking 9 in Wichita, and we are going chasing. That's why we had to bump the interview up, right? Because originally it was going to be at 5. We bumped it up and started at 3 because immediately following this, we're hitting the road with cameras and we're going to go fucking chase storms and hopefully see a tornado.
Hopefully not die. KC Anthem needs to live on.
Yeah. No, we're not going to die. But I do think that it's a great idea that someday I could take, like, a person to interview out there and then have them jump out and I can interview them while the tornado's in the background.
That'd be awesome.
That's never been done. I've never seen it. And I think that would go down in some sort of record book.
You have to get somebody really extreme to do it,
I'll interview it. I'm not afraid. Fuck.
I ain't never scared.
That's it. All you gotta do is make sure that you're not in the direct path of the tornado. How hard can that be? No big deal.
I mean, you'll see it coming.
Professionals.
You'll see it coming.
We're professionals here. That's why we're gonna go buy a bottle of liquor and head to the plains.
Yes.
Because we're clearly we know what we're doing. So new episodes of Death Metal Twister Hunters will hopefully be coming soon, sponsored by Intune Productions. It's awesome. And that's the story. That's what's happening today. So if you're watching, then pay attention to the weather because it's going to get bad. It's supposed to be after dark tonight in Kansas City. So
cool.
Don't get killed by the fucking tornadoes, all right?
Or kill the tornadoes back, one or the other.
Exactly. I mean, I was thinking there's got to be a way to, shoot stuff into the tornadoes and, make them go away. There should be some sort of chemical or,
Or a really fat person.
Something that you could do. A really fat person. I didn't think of that. All right.
That'll slow the wind down.
There's got to be a way, though, to stop tornadoes. I mean, somebody's going to develop something, some kind of chemical. Of course, it'll probably be, horrible and cause cancer. Everybody.
Like everything else.
Yeah.
Pink slime.
Yeah, exactly. Let's shoot fucking, fucking Agent Orange into the fucking tornado. That'll stop it.
Yeah.
That'll stop it. All right.
All right.
All right, man. Anything in closing, dude?
Man, just check out my all my social network pages. Just type in Trip Tha Klown, TRIP THA KLOW.
I think that's a Greek letter.
Clown with a K. Check it out. I'm there. Just YouTube me, Google me. It don't matter. I'm all over the place.
Definitely do it and fucking support this guy. I appreciate that you came on here, man, and you wanted to come on the show. And
hell yeah, I appreciate the chance for the exposure.
And I think you will. And people are doing great things around here. I'm a bit hungover today, so if I seem a little bit more restrained, that's why. Did a lot of drinking last night. Found a new Pantera video that I'd never seen before in Kansas City and posted that on my Facebook. So go look at that. It's probably the coolest thing that I've seen in a decade.
Oh, I'm going to check that out for sure.
It's definitely what's up. And I'm going to play a song to close with. Thanks a lot, dude. Fucking,
no problem.
I hope you and Hyper Sniper, don't fucking duke it out or anything, man. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, D, for... What should we play? Demons?
Yeah, go ahead and play that one.
All right, this is Demons.
A little on the heavier side, a little metal side.
Later on.
Where's your bathroom at, bro?
Demons, they chase me everywhere that I go. They use my mirror as a gateway into my soul. Somebody help me, 'cause I'm going insane. They're always trying to kill me and feast on my brain, my brain. I'm a madman, my eyes won't quit bleeding. Corruption, evil, and mass murder is what I'm seeing. So hurry up and hand me the axe, so I can get to chopping up all these haters' backs. Don't try to stop me, 'cause I'm already dead. I'ma sever your limbs and leave an axe in your forehead. It's a full moon, so I'm hungry for blood. Chopping up all the victims and I'm having some fun. Hurry up and come along for this ride. I got the blunt in my hand and my axe on my side. I'm that killer that stalks through the night, talking behind the bushes and chops your windpipe. You never knew what I was capable of till I left you soaking wet in a puddle of blood. You should have thought twice before fucking with me. Now you're hanging by your neck from a limb of a tree. Demons, they chase me everywhere that I go. They use my mirror as a gateway into my soul. Somebody help me, 'cause I'm going insane. They're always trying to kill me and feast on my brain, my brain. I'm still just that white boy, quick to grab that knife, boy, ready to end your life, boy. If you think I'm playing, man, go ahead and test me, and I'll leave you with them holes that be leaking out your lifespan. You gon' die tonight, man. I put you in a coffin. I do it all too often. It's time to knock you off, man. I'm done with all the talking. Time to get to walking. Time to get to chopping. Outline you and chalking. This beat right here is knocking. Demons, they chase me everywhere that I go. They use my mirror as a gateway into my soul. Somebody help me, 'cause I'm going insane. They're always trying to kill me and feast on my brain, my brain. Demons, they chase me everywhere that I go. They use my mirror as a gateway into my soul. Somebody help me, 'cause I'm going insane. They're always trying to kill me and feast on my brain, my brain.